Will we see Big Ramy compete at the 2025 Arnold Classic? Will we see Big Ramy compete at the 2025 Mr. Olympia? Will we see Big Ramy ever compete on a bodybuilding stage again? These are all questions that Big Ramy fans and bodybuilding pundits all over the world are asking themselves on a daily basis. Daily, baby, please. Anyways, guys, please be sure to subscribe to the Strength Addicts channel here on YouTube and all social media platforms powered by IML. Make your mark with IronMegLabs.com today. The best pro hormones, protein powders, vitamins, and so much more. Also, natural libido enhancers. If you're having a little bit of, if it's a little extra cold this winter in the bedroom, check out IronMegLabs.com today for some powerful, powerful herbal and pro hormone vies that can help you very, very much. What the hell is a vi? I was trying to say bi, but we're going off the cuff. Anyways, guys, let's talk a little bit about Big Ramy. Now, he is somebody who has been in the game for a long time. He is a two-time Mr. Olympia champion. He's a guy that won the New York Pro like 11 years ago and was supposed to be winning the Olympia shortly thereafter, and it didn't happen. The year before, Sean Flexitron Roden won the competition. He took second to Phil Heath. A lot of people thought that that was his year, and after that year, he dropped in the placings, and it's just been a very tumultuous sort of run for Big Ramy. And when he was Mr. Olympia, he didn't do jack for the sport, didn't grow the sport, didn't go to expos, didn't sign stuff, didn't go to stores. He just basically hunkered down and did movies and toured around Egypt and basically did nothing with his title. Then he loses the title, goes to the Arnold Classic, has another embarrassing, top 5 at the Olympia. To go from winning, drop down to 5 is not good. Go to the Arnold Classic against arguably lesser quality guys, still really good guys, but lesser quality guys, takes 5th again. Not a good look for him. And then from there, just disappeared. So basically, as a former Mr. Olympia, as a guy that had one of the biggest contracts at one point, people say that with Enhanced, his contract was $1 million. No bodybuilder, Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman included, has ever signed, I don't believe, a contract for $1 million. So, and he lost it. He lost it because he just was not promoting. He wasn't doing, as Bob Ciccarello would say, the business of bodybuilding. And so he lost a big contract. He lost a big title. And honestly, I think that Arnold Classic kind of was traumatic for him, because that Arnold Classic, you look at what Hadi did with the Arnold Classic. He lost the Olympia. He went to the Arnold. He won in commanding shape. Later that year, he took second. So he is still very much a hot commodity. But the reality of the matter is, I think that, Big Ramy probably soured on bodybuilding. And I think he's going to be like the Kai Green of this generation. I don't think we're going to see him on a stage. I don't think that, he thinks he can win the title. There's been a lot of reporting in the last few days about Hadi Choopan being very angry with the Olympia judges and very angry with Olympia judging. You could see his demeanor on stage when Samson was announced the winner. And I think it's starting to register with him that he's never going to win the Olympia again. In 60 years, only one man has been able to do it, and that's Jay Cutler. Phil Heath couldn't do it. Ronnie couldn't do it. Dexter couldn't do it. Brandon hasn't been able to do it. Phil couldn't do it. Hadi hasn't been able to do it. Derek won't be able to do it. And it's just one of those things. Is it politics? I don't know. Is the sport rigged? I don't know. Probably not. But is it a coincidence? Can you have a coincidence for 59 years? I mean, it's let's not go there. But I just think that Big Ramy really. And money, he can make money. He can make money doing supplement deals. He can make money in North Africa without a doubt. He can go from Algeria to Egypt. He can go to maybe some of the Arab countries. He could make a killing there. He could even go to Iran. They don't speak Arabic there. They speak Farsi, but it's still he could go there. He could go to India as Kai and so many of these guys go. He can go to Pakistan is another good one. Japan. He can make the money. He doesn't need to do the Olympia, and also he doesn't need to get himself in Olympia shape to make that whatever second, third, fourth. First off, he's not going to get second, and he's not going to get third, and he's not going to get fourth. So really, if he does the Olympia, he's going to be trying to fight for 4th, 5th, or 6th, if the stars align for him. Because honestly, right now there's like a whole new crop of guys, and they're fighting for those top 6 positions. So. And we saw with Brandon Curry, who looked really, really good, but Brandon Curry almost placed outside of the top 10. So I think that, if you're a past Mr. Olympia and you come back the next year after losing the title, maybe that year and the year after they'll give you that deference of giving you a good placing of a top six outside, kind of like a 4, 5, 6 in the top six placing to show you respect. But after a year or two of that respect goes out the door. Brandon I think he got 9th this year, is kind of very nostalgic. Not nostalgic, but well, in a way, it reminds me of what happened to Dexter Jackson the year that he retired. He took 9th as well. And the last thing you want to see is a Mr. Olympia outside of the top 10. It's embarrassing. We saw that with Samir Banu. Samir Banu, your 1983 Mr. Olympia, was placing 14th at some of these shows, and that's just an embarrassment. And there's people that argue that, hey, look, that doesn't hurt your legacy. Only bad shit hurts your legacy. As long as you keep competing and doing the business of bodybuilding, it doesn't matter where you place, as long as you bring your best and you love it. I mean, that's true, but that's also kind of like that 10th place participation medal mentality. In my opinion, if you win in Mr. Olympia, I don't care if you win it 1 time or you win it 8 times, if you're not placing in the top 10, you need to retire. And I think Big Ramy has seen the writing on the wall, and he's not really interested in either taking a shitty placing at the Olympia or not winning the Arnold Classic, not winning the New York Pro. This is why he's not doing Dubai. It's not because the prize money is wrong. It's because he doesn't want to take a shit placing, because he is a past Mr. Olympia. So I just, I don't see Big Ramy doing the Arnold Classic. And the one and only Arnold Classic that he did, he took 3rd place behind Dexter Jackson and William Bonac. So it's not a show that's been, no, that's not true. He's done 2 Arnold Classics. The one I just mentioned where he took 3rd to Dexter Jackson and William Bonac. And then he did the one after he lost the Olympia where he took 5th. So he doesn't have like the best track record with the Arnold Classic. And so I would highly doubt that he would do the 2025 Arnold Classic. And I really don't think he's going to do the 2025 Mr. Olympia. It's not worth his time. It's not like he's going to win the show. And he probably wouldn't be in the top 6 anyways, no matter what he looked like. Is it politics? I don't know what it is. But I'm just telling you what is on my mind and what I perceive to be the reality. And, he's just... it would cost him just an enormous amount of money. He always likes to bring his whole family, his coaches, his training staff, all the drugs he has to take. It just doesn't make any sense. Plus, the biggest thing is getting himself into that, 3-4% body fat, kind of state, depleted with the caloric manipulation during the final weeks of prep. Big Ramy was never a guy that liked that. He didn't even like to really train at the beginning of the prep when your food is at its highest, your carbs at their highest, your fats are their highest. He didn't even like training then. There's stories about, a special person having to be hired just to get him out of bed when he was training at Oxygen Gym in Kuwait. So, and now that was back when he was hungry and he wanted the Olympia win and he hadn't had one before. He's already been that, he's already done that. He's got 2 Olympias to his name. The interest just isn't there. It's not worth his time.